right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Tonight, groceries and gas. Why the two staples will cost more next week if you live in Illinois. Plus tonight, hazy skies and unhealthy air.
100% makes me worried.
What docs say you should do as smoke from Canadian wildfires blankets the Midwest.
A weather first, weather alert. From bad air to big heat as near record temperatures move in Thursday and Friday. The dangerous heat index values we expect Thursday afternoon.
Tonight, the haze is still visible, but the smoke from Canadian wildfires is clearing across the St. Louis region, but extreme heat is moving in. Good evening. Thank you for being with us. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. The temperatures are expected to hit triple digits over the next few days. We have live team coverage tonight of the poor air quality and how you can prepare yourself for the dangerous heat moving into St. Louis. But first, let's send it over to Weather First Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell for the latest on this weather alert.
Well, initially, Mike, we had the very thick smoke across the St. Louis area from those wildfires in Canada this morning. The good news is this afternoon, visibility's improved. That smoke drifted away from us, and the air quality overall is much better this evening than it was when we started out tomorrow. As far as the wildfire smoke goes, and this has been one of the players that we've been dealing with in the last 24 hours, that's now shifting and focusing farther east and northeast. Air quality is still going to be a problem tomorrow. It's still unhealthy for some of us, but it is better than what we were dealing with today. Tomorrow will be mainly in the afternoon and mainly ozone. But that searing heat Thursday and Friday with heat index values upwards of 105 to 110 degrees. So here are your expected heat index values tomorrow afternoon. This is what it will feel like if you're outside doing any kind of exertion. So you really do need to spend some time in air conditioning and make sure your neighbors, especially the seniors, are using their air if they have it. And if they don't, find them a place that's a little bit cooler. Maybe take them into your place for the evening. Let them have a few hours to cool off, drink water, and then some more water. Got to stay hydrated, and remember to take frequent breaks if you are going to be outside and exerting yourself. We'll see in a few minutes. We'll talk about how long this heat lasts and if any rainfall is heading our way.
Tonight, that thick haze of Canadian wildfire smoke is still visible over Busch Stadium and City Park. Thousands of fans packed both open-air stadiums, exposing themselves to the poor air quality. Our Brent Solomon is live tonight with the dangers everyone is breathing in. Brent.
Well, we're here at City Park tonight. Some soccer fans are leaving the stadium as we speak. I've been speaking with sports fans all evening long. Quite frankly, many of them are concerned about the air quality. Some of them are not. Experts tell me it can affect anyone.
A smoky haze over St. Louis Wednesday, and if you were out and about, chances are you noticed.
Clouds are real smoky.
It didn't come as a surprise to those who saw it formulating hours earlier.
When I was watching the game yesterday, I could see the smoke over the stadium when I was watching it on TV.
I noticed it. I've been hearing it came from Canada.
That's right. Smoke from the Canadian wildfire reaching our area, prompting medical experts to tell those with respiratory problems to limit any strenuous activity outside.
I have asthma, definitely. I keep a spare inhaler in my car.
Doctors say in times like these, it's a good idea to keep that inhaler on you.
This can trigger asthma attacks, or for folks with COPD or even allergies, they can just all of a sudden have new triggers.
Chris Martinez is with the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America.
Our job is to help people breathe, and you realize that today our job just got a little bit harder.
Not only can breathing in smoke trigger asthma, it can lead to a fast heartbeat, chest pain, and make you feel short of breath and tired.
If you're at home, it's time to make sure the windows and doors are closed, use the air conditioning. If you're in the car, again, windows up, use the air conditioning if you can.
Sports fans braving the conditions anyway.
100% makes me worried. All the smokiness, it could, affect us. We'll be able to see how we feel tomorrow.
All right, now we saw a lot of folks wearing these KN95 masks. But keep this in mind, the bad air quality is because of a mixture of particles and gas. Martinez, who you just heard from, said that these masks can help when it comes to the particles, but not so much when it comes to the gas. His best advice tonight, make sure your air filters are up to date, both at home and in your car. Mike.
And Brent, as we said, the air quality is only one half of the problem. Extreme heat with temperatures in the triple digits coming our way, making it very important to check on the most vulnerable people in our neighborhoods. Our Laura Barczewski is live downtown to show us how organizations are trying to help. Laura.
Mike, these organizations say the most important thing is for you to have some sort of cooling source. For a lot of us, that's an air conditioner, but the reality is some of the most vulnerable may not have one or can't afford it. So there is help out there. That's the good news. It might look like Ralph Jordan is just enjoying his porch on a nice summer day, but what you don't see is how miserable it is inside his house.
See, it's out here at 90. Well, you got to be in there. You got to be about 100.
So you've been sitting outside by the fan, huh?
Eating this watermelon. You see this watermelon here? Keeping me cool. And you see this big fan sitting right here?
Jordan says his air conditioner was more than 20 years old and couldn't be fixed, so he had to get rid of it. Unfortunately, the weather is only going to make his situation worse.
Oh, they're going to get hotter. It's going to, yeah, I looked at the news, and it says it's going to be 90, so I ran over there this morning. I usually don't get up that early, but I said I'm going to get me some cool down.
And he's not just saying he needs to cool down. He's talking about a lifeline organization ready to help.
At Cool Down St. Louis, basically one thing, save lives.
Cool Down St. Louis can provide air conditioners to people like Jordan. Either their unit has broken down or they don't have one at all. They'll even go one step further to help with your bills.
But you've got to call us first and your utility company and tell us about your inability to pay. We will try to drive down that bill as far as we can.
The organization partnered with the St. Louis Fire Department to give Jordan a surprise the very same day he called.
We typically do about 30 of these a year. I would like for us to increase that number because there are still people out here who maybe are not aware of the program or just don't have a window unit, so we can come out and do that for free.
Captain Leon Whitener says he's seen what happens when people don't call Cool Down St. Louis.
Every year we have someone or maybe a couple people that succumb to the heat.
But luckily that won't be Jordan because now he can actually be in his house and not be miserable.
And right away, I think I'm going to be blessed for the day. I'm going to stay in the house and eat the watermelon.
Watch out for signs of heat exhaustion like excessive sweating, nausea, and muscle cramps. Heat stroke can also make you nauseous, give you a throbbing headache, and you may even stop sweating. So before it gets to that point, call one of these organizations or take yourself to a cooling center while you do that. We'll have that information on KSDK.com. Reporting live in downtown St. Louis, Laura Barczewski, 5 on your side.
And for the latest on the dangerous temperatures and air quality and how to protect you and your family, all you have to do is text the word HEAT to 314-425-5355.
Developing tonight, a disturbing discovery in Forest Park. A body was found this afternoon near Union and Grand Drives, not far from the Muni. We're told the body was badly decomposed. Right now, St. Louis police are investigating it as a suspicious death.
From last week's deadly mass shooting at a downtown party to a recent rash of car break-ins, we've been reporting on several stories involving youth crime in St. Louis in recent months.
Tonight, a new report is revealing disturbing data from the juvenile court system. Our Robert Townsend has more on the troubling trend. Robert.
Gigi Breitenfeld and her family have only lived in Soulard for 1 month. The St. Louis mom cannot believe they're now crime victims, allegedly as a result of a bad act by kids.
Certainly concerning because, these kids are young.
A neighbor called her after spotting several boys in her daughter's car. The 2016 Honda Accord was parked outside the family's home near 12th and Barton Streets.
These kids shouldn't even be out at that time of night.
Officers canvassed the neighborhood and detained 3 boys, just 13, 14, and 15 years old.
Anything can happen to them committing these crimes as well. They can be killed or hurt.
The teen-related car break-in comes as police continue searching for 5 gun-holding teens in this photo. Investigators call them suspects in a recent deadly mass shooting at a downtown party. Interestingly, the new City of St. Louis Family Court report to the community is now revealing disturbing data when it comes to juvenile crime. It shows the number of felony referrals police sent to juvenile court jumped from 535 in 2021 to 878 in 2022. Misdemeanor referrals increased from 459 in 2021 to 714 in 2022. And status referrals, such as curfew violations, truancy, and underage drinking, also jumped from 104 in 2021 to 158 in 2022.
We have to do something about it.
Clinical psychologist and Webster University professor Dr. Jamaica Woody Cooper is not surprised by the trend.
Until we do something in our community about policing, better protection, parenting, and access to guns, we're going to see this continue.
And people are trying to band together and, make the neighborhood and the city better.
Brightonfield tells me the young offenders caused $3,000 in damage to her daughter's car. Those 3 boys were turned over to juvenile court, and tonight police tell us they are still investigating this.
Tonight, a new concern in Coldwater Creek, which has a long history of nuclear waste contamination. The EPA says 1,000 gallons of wastewater from a Boeing treatment plant made its way into the creek yesterday. The agency says it contained trivalent chromium. According to the CDC, the compound can irritate the respiratory system when inhaled. The EPA says Boeing stopped the release and started sampling.
The EPA on-scene coordinator and Boeing developed a sampling strategy that would assess the impacts.
The EPA says results should come in within 24 hours. The Missouri Department of Natural Resources is doing its own tests. Boeing sent a statement saying, in part, a small volume of wastewater was released and the cause of the release has been mitigated.
A live look now at St. Louis Lambert International Airport, where the 4th of July travel period is off to a rough start. There have been more than 115 flight delays and a dozen cancellations today. It's part of a bigger problem nationwide. Thousands of delays and cancellations are being blamed on the weather. Passenger levels are also near record numbers despite fewer flights. On Friday alone, the TSA is expecting 8 million travelers arriving at airports across the country.